Hello everyone, welcome back to PLC-Automation. This is Joffer, and today in this video we are going to do the third part. And in the third part we are working on how to access the data. Very important. As you remember, I have showed here, and we go to our data block, and here and everything has alarm and a word. This data type I will explain it completely in one complete video, but at this moment I'm going to explain how to access the bits of this word. It's 16 bits and we are using for alarm. And now, so how to use this? For example, if you are using the bits inside our program, just an example here. If we are using if I drag it, this is an error, right? We cannot do with a word because word is 16-bit and we can use only 1 bit. So if we are using 1 bit, the same, and just at the end dot x0. Now you are using the bit number 0. If we are using bit number 2, you copy the same, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and at the end, instead of just 0, put 1, right? The third bit, copy paste, instead of 0, 2, right? One more, copy paste, 3, right? And one more. Number 4. So we have used 5 bits of the word, right? And now, so the question is how to use it in HMI alarms. So in HMI, we are going to HMI tags. We are going to make a tag table. Open your tag table. I have already tag table, okay? Let me make just a new one to show you. You're going to make a tag table. You are giving a name, my HMI alarm word, right? Okay, and now we are declaring here some my alarms. Doesn't matter. You make the connection. To make this connection, you're coming connections, and we're making a connection between PLC and HMI. So it's already, I have one already created automatically, but if you want to know how it works, watch the videos, you will learn. Okay, now back to our tags. And now the connection between HMI and PLC, when you click here, you are going to the data block you have made from your UDTs. You have mapped your UDTs inside a data block, right? And you are going to search that data block. So how to search it? You are going to PLC blocks. And then in the PLC blocks, you will find a list of the blocks already made. I'm going to data block tanks and tanks. I'm using the alarms for tank 1, right? Here is the number 1. Here you are. I have made a connection between my alarms, HMI tag and program tag, right? And now I'm going to my alarms, HMI alarms, and here, discrete alarms, I will make 5 or 2 alarms. Low level, I am not right. Oh, 2 alarms, right? 6 and 7. Tank 1, low level. Tank 1, high level, right? If we see, you make, because you have already made the connection, when you make your tags, it's automatically you will get the bits, right? And now, don't forget this one, and we have made the alarms. And now how to see these alarms on HMI, we will come back to this, because now we have to go forward to access the data. Okay. So this was, you have, in the past video, we have also created UDT, data block, and data block we have declared variables, alarm, worth, and here is using how to access, how to use the bits of every word. Okay, but this is in ladder, right? We are working in SCL, and how to do this in SCL. In SCL, I have here an FC block tank selector. In SCL, you are doing this in this way. So, I have an HMI tag, HMI, and I have a tank. And I have compared them. My view low level is equals to tank 1 inputs low level, done. High level to high level. It's just comparing. If something happens to this, and it should happen to that as well, because they are equal, this bit takes the value of this variable, all. And now we are sending from HMI to PLC. Tank 1 in the group commands from HMI auto enable equals to view auto enable. So when on my HMI, when I press this button, when I press a button, this bit have to be true or false. And if it's false or true, this bit has to copy the value of this bit to it inside itself. When it's true, when this is true, and now let me explain the every one of them, and then we go to the second part. So read this code. Let me make it a little bigger, up to 130. Yes, now okay, much better. Read this code carefully. Try it. Make this program, right, for every tank separately. This is the end of the case. For tank 5, for tank 3, tank 2, tank 1. Do this. Okay. So let me show this example also in another way. Okay. We are in OB1. Guys, first of all, we are sending we are supposed we have a button, push button on our HMI, and we are guessing, okay, if I turn the machine on with this button, and I have to change the value of an auto mode, right? So if I go there, take it, right? Tanks, tank 1, commands, right? If this button is true, then HMI this have to be true, right? Now let's see what's going to happen. There is something wrong. Yes, we have used these bits already, and we are using now the second time. So I think that's why. Let's delete this one. And now, okay, 14 minutes. We test our button and we stop this part. Go online. When? Let me both of this. and true. And now HMI, we do the same. Online. It's false, right? When this button is true, when this one is true, this variable has to take the value of this and becomes also true. True, 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 true. This was our test. Thank you very much. In the next video with the part 4, we are still practicing on how to access the bits from HMI. So thank you for watching this video, and if you have liked this video, subscribe to this channel, comments to this video. If you have any questions, if there is something which is not so understandable or clear to you, you can always ask the question with your comments on this video.